You are tagged in the live vid, my friend.
Tasking. We got a minute. You want an intro?
Sure. It's not on your page.
Got a minute.
Go to my name and then share it. I tagged you in it, so I don't know why.
You tag me?
Yeah, to both of you, yeah. Oh, yeah, I changed my name. It's Michael Dev Wilkins now. I actually did my last name.
Nah, bro, you ain't tag me.
Yeah, I did. I know I did.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
This has been shared 2 times.
Yeah, 2 shares like that. What it do?
What it do, baby?
What it do?
Yo, I got 10 views last week on my show. Because I went to YouTube Live. Are y'all ready?
Born ready.
Here.
Mike, you intro?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got 10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
5 seconds.
Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 2 p.m. and we are back. This is Tell Me Why. I am Michael Dev Wilkins alongside Cougar Radio, and we have a nice little special guest today, Dev Wilkins. He is the ignorant Eagles fan that I brought up last week, but he is here. He's here to debate sports with us. Devin, how you doing today?
What it do, baby? I'm pretty good. How you doing?
Good. I'm glad to hear. Kenny, how about you? How you doing today, buddy?
Chilling. I feel better than last week. If you guys don't remember, I wasn't feeling too hot. I wasn't really talking. I was coughing mid-show. Couldn't focus. So,
Hey, we back.
we're back on track this week. We won't be live next week though.
Spring break,
It
baby.
is spring break. But it's all good because we'll follow up the following week and whatnot. But
Sure.
as the theme continues, we've been starting every show. XFL.
We love the XFL.
We did a recap for you guys and give you our opinion. So Mike, if you want to start us off, or for Coach, if you guys watching don't know, he will be referred to as Coach. For you guys, you call him Devin, Wilkins, whatever you really want to call him. I will be calling him Coach probably.
Coach Dev.
But if any of you guys want to talk about last week's games.
Well, let's start this off because Kenny, I know me and you have shared our opinions about the XFL. Coach Dev, how do you feel about the XFL? Do you like it?
Huge fan of the XFL. I think it's a great partnership with the NFL, especially moving forward to get a lot of talent on national television. My guy PJ Walker from Temple has been showing out recently.
Nice.
Roughnecks are 3-0. They just beat the Vipers 34-27.
Houston's out here.
They want a chip.
Last week we were talking about Houston Roughnecks and the DC Defenders. And we were both saying the quarterbacks can both go up for MVP. And then in this whole past week, everything changed for one team, but not the other. DC Defenders really did not show out this past weekend.
Against an 0-2 Los Angeles team.
Yo, listen, it's almost March. Maybe that's why. Maybe because college basketball and the whole underdog thing, they're playing the same thing.
Maybe
March
so.
Madness, XFL. That's the new wave now. That's what it's gonna have to be.
First round.
Duke. I know it's called the XFL, but Duke pisses me off. First of all, I'm a big better. I know me and you sponsor.
Why does Duke piss you off?
Because I know me and you sponsor like FanDuel and DraftKings.
Shout out to FanDuel.
Shout them out. And I may have a problem, but every time I bet on Duke, they lose, dude. They don't live up to their hype ever. They don't
Like here's the thing though. You're talking about like really good athletes who got one thing on their mind, and it's not winning a chip in college. It's going right out to the NBA.
You want to win a chip in college?
If I know I'm good enough to play in the NBA my first year, I don't need a chip in college. I'm just trying to get through that season healthy and fine and dandy so I can prepare myself to play in the NBA that next year. Because let me tell you something, you're not making money like that in college.
You may be good enough.
The only thing I care about is money.
I mean, yeah, but you are getting money. Technically, you're getting a free ride to play basketball, so you might as well live up to it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're getting a free ride to play basketball, which then you can just be on a team, stay healthy, produce enough to show that you can play in the NBA, and then just go into the NBA.
What if you don't win though?
Okay, what if you get hurt trying to win?
What if you
There goes your draft stock right there.
But the point of you playing is to play hard, and if you get hurt, you get hurt. That's life.
Not when
Be
you go
false.
to Duke. Not when you
You
go
know
to
who James
Duke.
Wiseman is, the dude from Memphis. He's a number
Yeah.
one prospect. Yeah, he played 10 games in this season.
And I think that's bullcrap.
Why?
He's talented.
I mean, yeah,
Christian
he's talented.
McCaffrey sat out of a bowl game when he played in college.
That's ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because why
Because
won't you want
Here's
to
it,
play?
he could be one cut away from tearing an ACL, and then guess what? He's not going to that.
I understand that, but like you're there to play the game, so play.
No. You're there to get yourself to the next level. When you play for Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, you're there to get yourself to the next level. You're not there to play for Kansas. You're there to get yourself to the next level.
Then you
You gotta
should.
start thinking about
Duke-
yourself as a business. If you're an athlete like that, you're worth money like that. You gotta start
Duke
thinking
is
Really
about yourself.
agreeing with Kenny right now.
Duke is a
He's
one
making
and
some
done
good
school.
points.
You're making good
Hey,
points,
Fournette did the same thing. He was thinking about himself as a business. Sat out that last game at LSU.
and he's nothing now.
But he's still in the NFL making money, which was not making at LSU.
He was making money technically. You
Yeah,
weren't
but he's not
making
getting
money.
paid to play.
Well,
technically.
now players are going to
Jalen
get paid.
Smith, who blew out his knee in that bowl game against Ohio State, dropped to the third round. And now he's making significantly less money than he would have had he been a top 10 pick like he was projected to be.
I'm really outnumbered right now, and I don't know why.
You should have told Coach he cannot be on the show
I'm just saying,
because I make valid points.
So you don't. So let me ask you, because I'm not gonna ask you because I know your answer already. Like you don't play a sport because you love it. You play a sport because you just want to get to the next level.
Well, no. Let me. Now I'm gonna intervene here. You do both, but if you have the ability to make money doing something you love, you're gonna want to make money doing something you love.
Well, yes, I agree.
So you
but
preserve yourself
you
to
gotta
make
take
it to that level.
you gotta take that risk though.
There's
You
a
gotta
certain-
take
there's
the
a certain
risk.
but there's
point when
ways
you're
around it.
transitioning from college to pros when you got to start thinking about yourself as a business. If you really are on that level. And those guys made the decision that they were worth X amount of dollars, and getting hurt is not worth it.
Crickets. That's all I hear from
Yeah,
Mike.
crickets. This is ridiculous. This is absurd.
Crickets from Mike.
Well, this is me, someone very average. And I'm talking about the love of the game. That's why I'm talking
very,
about.
very average.
I blocked Kenny multiple times,
Eh.
but
And he also can't guard me at all whatsoever.
what?
Any one-on-ones, pass rush, guess what? Right past Mike.
He's
No one can block me. No one. No
I've
one.
seen it plenty of times.
No one.
I've
I
seen
hit him with the long arm, and Mike's just his whole head. He can't breathe. He's getting choked up, and then he tries to start fights with my teammate, and
Who?
I then hit him, and he doesn't know how to act.
Who started a fight with who?
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, because you're wrong as
Nope.
usual.
False.
You're wrong as usual.
As John will tell you.
John's the one who started the fight, so that's how I know you're wrong.
And then who got beat up? You did.
I didn't get beat up. You hit me when I wasn't looking.
You hear that?
You're
Yep.
cheating.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm
You're
that
cheating,
guy.
yeah.
I'm that guy.
Must be cool to blindside people
I'm
when they're not
that
looking.
guy.
Yeah, you're that guy.
Talk to me nice.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right, we
What
got
were
a
we even
minute
talking?
left.
What
So,
were we talking about?
anyways, Dallas Renegades, they beat the Seattle Dragons. Nothing really to be excited about.
Yeah, because you're a New York fan.
Seattle has not won a game this year. They're garbage, just like Dallas.
And New York lost to the team that was predicted to finish last in the XFL this year. And as they lost 29-9 to St. Louis, who had the lowest odds of winning an XFL championship this year. So it
Here's my
proves a lot
thing:
about
New York is going through it. They're going through it. They're having they're not. There's no chemistry. They're fighting with each other. Matt McGloin thinks he's
You don't even
Joe
play
Burrow.
no more.
Like,
You don't even play no more.
oh, he did play.
No, I'm saying that he's benched now. Isn't
Yeah, no, well, he played this past week.
he? Oh, he did?
Yeah, and then he benched him again.
That's great.
Like the whole entire staff doesn't know. But we got off topic. When we come back and tell me why, we'll actually get into topic. This first block was just a whole mess. You're listening to Tell Me Why on Cougar Radio. Jesus Christ.
I thought it was entertaining because you said bullcrap as usual. So bringing up fights, really, dude? Really?
Yeah, I just gotta make myself look more superior.
Yikes!
I gotta go shoot a video after this. About a minute 30.
For what? What are you shooting a video for? What are you shooting a video for?
Maybe Central.
Oh.
Tommy's racist.
I think cousin Steve's listening.
Oh, word? You got a bunch of comments over it.
I see Nick Yeager. I think this is Nick Yeager.
All right, yeah. So check this. Let's just go right into block 2. It's still about the XFL. And then since there's 4 of these things, we can just read off each one by one,
Sure.
and then we'll all share the last one. So,
Bet Landry Jones, baby. Dallas Renegades. Yeah.
I got this from CBS Sports. 30 seconds. You want to bring it back? Or you're a coach, you want to try and bring it back?
You want to bring it
Or
back?
do you want to wait until later in the
Show
show?
until later.
All right.
I'll bring it back then.
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
You do it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, guys. You're listening to Tell Me Why here on Cougar Radio, YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Posted on Spotify after the show, hopefully, unless we peaked it again. Probably did, because we get pretty hyped up
We
here.
get loud.
I'm Kenny Grady alongside me, Mike DeCunzak. We got special guest and coach Dev Wilkins to support all the claims and valid stuff that I say in the show, and to go against Mike DeCunzak especially.
I am targeted, even though they're both wrong. All right, let's continue to what we were talking about. We were talking about the XFL.
The XFL. We were going through. There's 4 games played, and we're just going through the teams. CBS Sports posted about football in St. Louis. After their big win against the Guardians. But it's been several years since there's been a professional football game played in St. Louis because
The Rams.
the Rams moved.
Yes.
And the Battlehawks did not disappoint fans who have been itching for a team to play there. So I'm guessing this was also it's their 3rd game of the season, but first home game of the year. And they did not disappoint. Like I just said, they did beat the New York Guardians 29-9, no blowout. Unfortunately.
Love it.
Matt Jones, their running back, had 95 yards rushing on 15 carries. It's not bad.
Good touchdown.
Yeah, 1 touchdown. And Jordan, we went over this last week.
Tiamu. How do you say that?
How do you say that name?
Pretty sure it's Ta'amu.
Ta'amu. Well, he's nice.
Well, he went 12 for 18, passing with 118 yards. No touchdowns.
Oh, that running game is working. So
Yeah. Now, I think their defense played very well, too. I think they scored on defense.
There we go.
and
Sure.
there you go. And I know next Roughnecks play. That's your team and your boys. So you want to talk about them a little bit, Dev?
Yeah. The Roughnecks remain undefeated. They beat the Vipers by a touchdown. PJ Walker and Cam Phillips, they seem like a pretty legit connection.
Now, this is their 2nd week in a row where they've seen both of them play.
Ball out.
Now, week 1 is just like you can't really go off anything you've never seen in the league before. 2 weeks in a row now, these 2 players have just been playing at high levels.
I was about to say, they seem like a very legit connection. This is their 2nd week in a row. Cam's had at least 10 catches and 100 yards and a touchdown. So hopefully they can keep this up.
Now, PJ Walker, I mentioned last week, along with Cardell Jones.
He's in the driver's seat now, in my opinion.
Yeah, he definitely, after DC losing.
Well, and also Cardell just did not play well.
No, and I kind of like the XFL for this reason because it's kind of getting into that feel like I mentioned last block. You can't it's kind of like the underdogs. You don't know who has what's going and don't know what to expect.
So it's starting to rub off on you a little bit now, 3 weeks in. Because I know last show.
Last week I was at. I didn't really watch much this weekend, like I said, but it kind of sucks I don't have cable. And
that doesn't help.
No, definitely
That
doesn't
does
help. So
Gotta
let's.
teach you how to pirate some games there, Kenny.
Yeah.
There it
Well,
is.
we got to do that off air.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
All right, well, the other candidate, right? We were talking about Cardell Jones last week being a potential MVP, who was probably the favorite before this week. But they played Los Angeles, right? They set a record for the most points in a single XFL game, obviously 3 weeks in, but finally We have somebody who keeps exceeding expectations. They dropped 39 points on the undefeated DC team. So, I mean, this team got something to prove. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe they're figuring it out over there in Los Angeles. Harlow Jones had his first career loss as starting quarterback. So that's going back to Ohio State days.
Where he was undefeated,
Exactly.
won a national championship.
Yep.
Then, now to be fair, he did play. Now this is as a starter on a football team.
Yeah.
Because he's lost plenty of games when he played in the NFL for the Chargers. Plenty of games.
He
Now,
didn't start them, though, I guess.
but he didn't start.
Yeah.
So does it count?
I don't even know how many snaps he was.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was. I don't even know if it was much.
Yeah, I don't think it was much.
He's behind Tyrod.
And they're not San Diego no more either.
Oh, yeah.
They're also LA.
LA, yeah.
They're
I
just
forgot about that.
acquiring all the teams.
Yeah, dude. LA gets
All the
everybody. It's big market. It's probably why.
They have the money to. They have people.
How many sports
to,
teams are in LA now?
Oh, man.
Yes, they got the Clippers, Lakers,
Clippers,
Chargers,
Lakers,
Chargers.
Chargers, Dodgers, Angels.
Oh yeah, they do.
They got two of every franchise, pretty much. Even a soccer team, I think they got a soccer team. I mean, nobody
Now an XFL team.
now an XFL team.
They do have a hockey team.
Oh yeah, Kings, yeah.
The Kings.
And I just like, I mean, it's a high market.
Well, here's the thing. Not only just them, California alone.
Oh yeah, you
It's
go up
The
and down.
amount of
ridiculous.
sports teams they have.
You want to talk about going on a trip, on like a dream trip to visit a bunch of stadiums and stuff? Go to California.
You just start at the top of California
and just make
and
your
just
way down.
work your way down. Like every 20 miles, there just might be a sports field.
Have you been to California, Doug?
I've been to California twice. I went to the Rose Bowl once.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I went out to SeaWorld.
How'd you get into
SeaWorld.
the Rose Bowl?
Um,
You just happened to buy the tickets?
my uncle was in the Navy. He retired a couple years ago, but he had some plug-in out there, so it was actually the Vince Young game.
Oh, word.
Oh,
That's exciting.
that's awesome. What a game to go to, man.
I've never been to a college football game.
Really?
And I've only ever been to one NFL game.
Giants, I'm
And
guessing.
it was the Giants-Eagles game this past year, actually. Their
Oh, you went
last,
to
their
that one?
last outing.
When Boston Scott ran all over them? Yikes.
Yeah.
You never knew college game, no doubt.
No, but I was looking at the tickets for the XFL games. Guardians were it's like $45 a ticket.
Yeah, they're cheap. Small market. You gotta expand a little bit.
I might buy one.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
play
they
next
get a good showing for a team that just like for a place.
Now
to
they
start.
don't sell any upper decks or anything.
Yeah.
It's just the lower.
Yeah, but think of how
But
big that
here's the
stadium
thing.
is, though.
Cheap tickets up close.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better than
It's a steal.
expensive tickets up close for an NFL game.
All right, let me ask y'all though. Would you buy tickets to an XFL game?
Absolutely.
100%.
Who
I
you-
would buy tickets to a college game. It's just a form to watch football.
I'm surprised you never. You from New York? That's why I forgot. Yeah.
Why? What you?
I was gonna say like I was gonna bring up Rutgers, but I forgot that.
I'm surprised I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't gone to a Rutgers game. My buddy is actually plays there. He's been there for 4 years now, going on to his 5th. He's their starting middle linebacker.
Nice.
It's very good.
Yeah, I used to have season tickets at Rutgers. I used to grow up and watch
Because they're like
Rutgers.
$15.
Yeah, no, I mean back then when they were playing for the Big East and they were actually
Yeah, they used to be
okay.
kinda hard.
They used to be
They
okay.
had Ray Rice back in the day.
Yeah, Ray Rice.
Dude, I've
What a
been saying
time.
this. Why can't the Giants sign Ray Rice? Can he play in the XFL? Will you think an XFL team sign Ray
Didn't
Rice?
he?
I think an XFL team would pick up Ray Rice. I think he's blackballed from the league.
Now, what about Antonio Brown?
That's a tough one because he's had some transgressions off the field, but I don't think he's put himself in that space yet where teams are really thinking about like never speaking to him again.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he hasn't
see.
gone.
Isn't he trying to,
hasn't
like-
gone.
Isn't he trying to like make up for it? Isn't
No,
he,
I
like, trying
think
to get better?
he's trying to box Logan Paul.
Yeah, no, he's trying to buy.
Oh, so he's still with his ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
he's
it.
got
Pretty-
CTE. He's got
pretty
CTE.
sure.
Oh, the perfect hit. The perfect hit
Yeah.
of his career.
Well, no. Did you see the last hit that he got hit in the head after benching?
Yeah.
He actually went on Twitter and said this hurt more than the Vontae versus. How do you say his last name?
Perfect.
Perfect. Worse than that hit. It was pretty funny.
He
Making
got-
jokes about it.
He got clocked by that thing.
All right, we'll be right back on Tell Me Why. Computer froze up. I don't know where we're at, but I know the break's coming up soon. You're listening to Tell Me Why on Cougar Radio. We'll be right back.
Oh, nice
On
timing.
time,
Nice
baby.
timing.
The computer froze. I saw 12 seconds. I was like,
Nice timing.
we got some comments. I think we're just having like a really bad time.
Jaeger said, not the fights. My mom said, play nice, boys.
said, "Chill out."
My cousin said, chill out. That's funny.
That's great.
Is there anything else?
I got one viewer, my
Wow,
man.
dope show, big fan.
Okay.
It was Kenny who put that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep these levels low, so
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't peak out when we get on Spotify. That would be dope. Because it really doesn't matter if they hear us anyway.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they can hear us.
Yeah, as long as we got some type of viewership. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, we got a minute.
Players, should they pursue XFL?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Whoa, let's save
Let's
this.
make it an option. Why, you want to do something else instead?
No, I mean like.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. It's the next thing. So.
I've been holding that cough in. Still a little sick. Yeah, last week I only had like 10 views on this. It's unfortunate. I like this angle I got going on though.
Yeah, it's clear as heck too.
That
YouTube.
that webcam.
Yeah. Yeah. I need a new laptop.
Mine's starting to.
A lot of people say
mine's
they want to
getting
be on this jump.
Let them on. We'll start bringing
You know
in
Bobby?
someone
You know
new
Bobby
every-
Buckets?
Yeah, you might as well start bringing in a new
Bobby
guest every week.
Bobby.
Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
You might as well.
He knows his stuff too. Honestly, dude, we should make a thing where we just give out picks.
What you mean?
Like we look up the schedule of
10
games.
seconds. You want to bring us in, Mike?
Yeah, I got you. Want to get you in the camera angle, Dev. You know,
Ready?
pick the bad angle.
Ready?
Guys, just tell me why we are back. I am Michael Klinzak alongside Kenny Grady. Here's the show. Once again, special guest Dev Wilkins, Coach Dev Wilkins. We've been talking about the XFL. Let's talk about it. Yeah, this has been a topic. You know, I saw it on ESPN and stuff like that. If you're a college football player and you got potential, maybe not for the NFL, should you chase the journey of going to the XFL?
You're good enough. I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
It's and we just had this conversation. It's a way to make money. It's a way to continue your career. Now let me ask you though: do you sit out of college games for the XFL, or do you only do that for the NFL?
Well, I mean, McMahon, if you listen to him speak about the future of the XFL, he's been kind of talking about getting it to be like a G League for the NFL, whereas they would work in unison. So kind of the guys who don't catch on to NFL rosters right away would end up trickling down to the XFL. So the answer would be yes, because guys would still be sitting out for bowl games, but no, it's not like they're saying I'm sitting out so I can play for the Roughnecks.
Now let me also add something. The AAF also wanted to take that route. They failed terribly. Now, with that, does the XFL, I know what McMahon said though, but do they kind of have to just create their own path here?
Yeah, they definitely did. The AAF went broke week 2, though. They didn't have any money to pay guys. They didn't have any food. They didn't have any
They
transportation.
also just came up, and I said this a couple weeks ago, they just came up out of nowhere. They like the XFL announced in 2016, 2015 that they were coming back in 2020.
And they already had an attempt. Yeah, they failed, but
That and McMahon alone, if he needs to, can pay the player.
dude, that man is a billionaire. He is one of the greatest businessmen ever. So I can see why this could be.
He's also been
continuous.
running the WWE since early
Who
2000.
knows- God knows how long. Yeah,
He knows what
got
he's
some
he
money.
knows what he's doing.
Well, so let's just talk about why it could be a reason. You know, like XFL already kind of has somewhat of a college feel to it. Do you agree? Like it's exciting, like college.
I think they play like now. This is what I'm saying. I think there's a lot better. I think the XFL is better in ways like defensively, better than college and NFL. Dudes actually hit. They look like they want to hit. They don't loaf for anything. They don't look tired, which is kind of interesting. There's not any of those quarterback penalties that I've seen yet where like, oh, you fell on him weird. Oh, you hit him a little too hard penalty. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that really helps with that atmosphere.
It's just exciting, like, you know, seeing. That's why I think college basketball is better than NBA basketball. I mean, if you don't have to agree with me, but I think that's. I just think that college basketball players want it more. You know what I'm saying?
Because they play. It's not like they're playing each other. You playing 4 or 5 times a season.
Yeah.
They play twice a season, so matchups matter.
Yeah.
And anything can happen.
You also don't have an 82-game schedule.
Exactly. And, you know, March Madness being part of that, it's one of the most exciting events in all of American
Now,
sports.
as we were saying earlier, not all teams are one-and-done teams. There's only about 4 of those teams, really. That kids go there and they're like, I'm not staying here for more than 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that saying, everyone else that plays who are not in a top 4, top 5 seed, like ranks across board,
Mhm.
they're playing for a chip.
Yeah.
They're playing for recognition, for clout, for pretty much everything.
There's just some aspects where, like, I mean,
And in some cases, you got kids playing for scholarships.
yeah. Exactly. Like my big example is probably like Loyola Chicago. Like when they did their thing, was it last year, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, like that was amazing. Like tell me you would ever thought Loyola Chicago would be in the Final Four, in a March Madness tournament. I would never guess that. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I find it more entertaining. It's got that college feel, XFL, and we already talked about how they're already backed up by Vince McMahon. He's worth roughly $2 billion himself, which is ridiculous.
And like I said, if everything hits the fan, he can flat out just pay off.
Write a check for somebody. Write a check.
Here's $1 billion to the XFL. Just do what you need to do to get it back on track.
Yeah. So let me ask both of you. Like, just because of the pay of the XFL and how it's starting right now, you think players wouldn't want to go to the XFL because of the pay? Like, do you think
from
that?
the NFL to the XFL?
Well, I'm saying like out of college, like
Depends on
first
where
of all.
depends on where they're projected to go.
Yeah.
Like if you're a fringe guy, you're projected to be like a late round pick, potentially undrafted, sign on a practice squad, you'd be making like $50,000 a year versus Vince McMahon's
Well,
$500,000.
here's the thing. They're not. I think the highest paid contract in the XFL right now is like $70,000.
Yeah. It's like the first year. I know there's some stats that I found. It said that they're looking to spend nearly $500 million in these first 3 years. So obviously, pay is going to go up if this goes well, which is good. Good for the players.
But has to build, and like this is what comes. Do you sign minimum $80,000 as a practice squad player for the NFL, or do you actually want to play in a game on TV for half of that for $40,000 in the XFL? Now, what do you take? I personally, I'm sitting out and I'm taking $80,000 because, like I said, I'm a money guy, and it just makes more sense. Because in worst case scenario, if you get cut from a practice squad, then you go XFL.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Where you take the pay cut,
and then if it doesn't work out, then you go to the
exactly. Now, if you have no shot at the NFL and you're like you do a spring training, you don't make anything, they cut you off right to XFL, hands down.
What if you're on the practice squad for God knows how long?
Like PJ Walker. PJ Walker was on the Colts practice squad for like 4 or 5 years, and he finally just said he had enough. He wants to play.
And now he's balling out.
That's personal preference. That's why I said I'm a money person. I will stay on a practice squad making more money, helping
whoever
it is win games so they can make more money. But unless, like I said, the XFL is offering more than what I'd be making as a practice squad player in the NFL.
I know like people like PJ Walker, quarterback, right? According to Oliver Luck, he's the commissioner of the XFL right now. He said that a really good quarterback played enough they can make up to $500,000 a year, which isn't bad. That's not bad for a new league.
No, but at the same time, it's like
compared to these other
you
contracts.
Compare it to this NFL where like
it's like insane.
That's not a lot.
You also got to remember this is week 3 of the XFL.
Yeah.
So, they're gonna make more money.
And that's what I want. That's what I hope. Like these other players who are looking to play, like they don't like get caught up in the whole. Oh well, I need to go to NFL because I need to make this money off it. Yeah. Dude, you if you can make $500,000 out of college playing a sport you love to play, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because the chances of you actually making $50 million or whatever it is in the NFL,
you need to work your way up to it.
It's very slim to none. Like it's like less than like 0.5%.
Yeah.
Make that.
I mean, and the way the NFL works too is like a legit job. You need to be promoted from here and there. Like that's why you start off with a rookie contract, which is, I mean, still a good amount of money, but it's not like.
Well, it depends on your draft as well.
Yeah.
Most of them are like 4 years with a 5th-year team option, meaning like if you're depending
like
on
a franchise
tag. Depending on who you are, your team can control you like pay-wise for 5 years, first 5 years of your career.
Exactly, yeah. And
but again, there's like a guarantee, like the first round draft pick automatically gets the most.
Yeah.
The most paid rookie contract.
The expectations are there.
And if you're Jameis Winston, you throw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdown passes.
I mean,
he got corrective laser eye surgery. All right, I think he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be fine.
No, he plays. The fact he can't tell the difference between red and white is baffling.
I don't know if that's more impressive or not impressive that he did that stat this year.
I think it's a little bit of both.
It's a
little bit of both. Sad and impressive at the same time.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Time is flying here on Tell Me Why. You're listening on Cougar Radio. Dude, we're halfway through an ad.
Were we really?
Yeah.
That was a fast block, dude. I thought we were like not even close with that block yet. All right.
I feel like we barely spoke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's easier. Thanks for coming on. Maybe it's easier.
It might be like time going quicker when there's 3 people.
Yeah.
Because when me and Mike doing it, I'm
I
telling
feel
you,
like time takes forever.
forever, dude.
All right.
We got a minute 20. No, we're going to continue with this.
I'll keep it up.
Unless you want to go.
No, I mean, that's fine. We can continue with this because this is supposed to be 2 blocks anyway. So we can continue with this.
And then we can do block 5 with NFL
And then the
playoffs, and then block 6.
And let Dev take it away with all his stats.
You get intro and everything for block 6.
Dude, he got this whole thing.
Dude, that block flew by.
Yeah, I was shocked that you looked confused over there. I was like, "Are we done?"
I was like, hold on, Joe, I gotta cut this. Dude, I can tell you right now, we haven't peaked.
We haven't. I know. I feel like we're calm today. We're not like.
Well, I had this almost on nothing.
That's probably why.
This is peaking more than us. You heard?
Oh, is it?
The ads are peaking more than us.
Bet.
So if we're not on Spotify next week, I'm beating these women's asses. All right, we got about 15 seconds. Mike, you want to intro this one?
Yes, sir.
We're still on the topic of XFL. We got a copyright thing.
This is Tell Me Why. I am Mike Kunzak alongside Kenny Grady and special guest Dev Wilkins. We are back. Another block. We were continuing talking about XFL college players, maybe pursuing them for a career out of college. And where do we go from there? Where do we go?
Actually, like I said, I think it could be more of a D2, D3 kind of deal. I think it provides more, because it's very, very slim that a D3 player makes it to the NFL.
Yeah. Do you think he can make
one a
it?
year though.
Huh?
Seems like there's one a year though. Like the kid
Was
from
it-
St. John's this year.
You want to talk about him a little bit?
Yeah, he's that crazy smoothie thing we were talking about before the show. He eats like 7 eggs, a top of cottage cheese, peanut butter, 2 Gatorades, puts it in a blender, and drinks it every morning. And he gains 50 pounds.
Yikes.
Now, to be fair, he also played in the Reese Bowl, if I recall correctly, which is primarily a D1 showcase for college football players. Every year there's a D3 player in it. There's a D2 player. One of our former coaches here played with a kid at Kutztown who actually played in the Reese Bowl, and now is, I think, a tackle for the Bears or something. So it is an outlet. I think that XFL provides. It's another platform. So you got like overseas. Arena football is now going bankrupt.
Really?
So you lose
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you lose that. And arena football is big for D2, D3 players.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Clay, one of our former teammates actually had a tryout for, I think it was the Philadelphia Soul. No, Clayton Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
He did a combine with them and whatnot. They ended up actually calling him back at some point. Yeah, it is pretty cool. But now there is no arena football, or there will not be. So
Isn't there like 3 teams now? 4 teams?
It's very.
It's the Soul. There's a team I think in New York, and then there's one team in Ohio. Because my whole strength and conditioning coach from college used to play in the AFL for the Gladiators.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Colin Taylor. He was one of the receiving leaders. But then I thought the Soul were nice. It's just because I'm feeling that's how we are. I saw they were winning the championship every year, and then I realized there's like 4 teams.
Hey,
Yeah,
best of the
so
4 teams, right?
That's a platform slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
Then you also have overseas, right? We have a player from one of our teammates who signed with a team in Finland. Yeah.
A bike.
Did they really?
I mean, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I live with you.
It's transportation. It's bike.
That is great. That's great.
Talk about a deal right there. And then,
And then you have now the XFL.
Yeah.
If you don't make it 10.
Canadian football's not dead, right?
No, Canadian football is still going, but it's a lot harder. I think it's harder to play Canadian football than it is to play in
Because you
XFL.
have kids who are going to college in Canada
Yeah.
whose only goal
Who's
is to
got
play in the
tips.
CFL. Like they don't care about playing in the NFL.
Yeah,
They're going
because
to
the
college.
CFL is so
And
good over
NFL actually has quite a few players who played in the CFL. Cameron Wake being one of them.
there. Mhm.
An elite, in my opinion, one of maybe not anymore. He's coming towards the end of his career, but in his prime was an elite DN
Yeah.
for Florida.
Very disruptive.
Who we play? Who did we play for again? Yeah. And he was no. He was a Miami guy.
Yeah, Cameron Wake's on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
No. He used to be on the Dolphins. I don't know where he is now.
Cameron Wake, where he is now.
Yeah, it's not the Dolphins.
I'm pretty sure it's the Dolphins. I could be wrong. Because
I-
that's where he peaked.
No,
That's where he peaked.
Yeah, well, when he first came from the
Tennessee
CFL.
Titans.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense.
And I knew it was a good team because and we were talking about this a couple weeks ago when they were still playing.
Yeah.
The Titans defense, the line, they can stop the run. And they showed that against the Patriots.
Yeah. I wish the Titans still low-key made it.
All right, well, we got some changes in the NFL to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Mike,
Yes,
you brought up this topic to me.
I did because I think it's very interesting.
You got to bring it up to them.
I will. All right, so there's this new thing that they might input literally next year. So they want to get this done. So the NFL playoffs now is what, 12 teams, right? It's 12 teams. They want to move it to 14 teams now. They want to give a 7th seed out to each side of the conference. So basically, they are adding also another regular season game. They're making the season longer. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Tell me why.
I like it. I do. I think it makes the league more competitive. You have more teams in the playoff. And then as long as they keep the bye week in, I don't see a problem with adding 18 weeks to the regular season.
Okay. As a players, like thinking of it from a players, we played 10-week seasons. We were lucky to play 11 twice.
Struggle.
Jesus Christ, the struggle and toll it took on our bodies.
Yeah.
Imagine playing 18, 19 weeks.
Think about what they have access
Imagine
to.
if you're
Yeah, I
making
was
it
just
home,
gonna
but
say.
yeah. At the same time, though, imagine making it to a Super Bowl. That's
A
now
long
that's a
season.
whole
Oh,
extra.
walkthrough, not walkthrough. That practice, you gotta turn to walkthroughs.
Well, if you guys did not know, you're only allowed it's 16 full padded practices in NFL for the entire season.
That's what
Majority of them take them during bye week and during camp.
Which makes the most sense.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't do this in college.
Well, you guys are lucky.
We
My
never
freshman
did.
year was the last year they allowed 2 days. So
Well,
freshman
no.
year in College,
We did
My
two-
freshman
we
year
did
of
2
college,
days. Yeah,
we did 2 days.
that was illegal.
No.
Yikes, we gotta stop talking.
No. Our freshman year of college,
We did 2 days.
we had 2 days.
You told me it was illegal then? Oh heck, we gotta turn out there.
My
No,
sophomore
I'm
year
pretty
was the
sure-
first year it was illegal to do 2 days. So
What year was that? 2016?
2016.
Oh,
Our
we started-
freshman year is 2016.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works. Why you ended up graduating before we did? How many years of football did you play? My freshman year was 2016.
Yeah, that's what I
Mine
was
was
saying.
2015.
Okay, so
And that was the last year you said?
Yeah.
Oh, so
No, 2016 we had 2 days.
we did. I remember having 2
It
days.
was awful.
I'm sorry.
It was god awful.
It was kind of awful. I felt like my knees were gonna fall apart, dude. I felt like I broke my knees.
I was a 285-pound middle linebacker.
Dude, I was
You're
still
as big
trying
as
to figure
me.
out what
I
my
was.
defense
They
did.
had me running the conditioning test with linebacker. I was 285
Dude,
pounds.
it was hilarious.
I was massive.
First part of camp.
It was not fair.
It was hilarious.
So I can't even imagine. The toll it's going to take on these players' body. Now we have about a minute till break. With that being said, you add an extra playoff team to an extra game. You throw an extra bye week into the playoffs. So at the end of the season, after week 17, is there a bye week before the playoffs?
I mean, they give the bye week to the first seed. Again.
But now you have an extra game.
So if you're gonna add an extra game, I would say you have to add an extra bye week.
Yeah. Just for their health and just for just for
Exactly.
them to be 100%. Yeah, I could agree with that.
Because you already have two 4 teams in a wild card. So now you're gonna have another.
You have 6 teams in the wild card weekend.
Doesn't that now? Let me ask you. If you think about it, we have about 20 seconds here. Doesn't that throw off the matchups? Isn't there just
Not
one
exactly.
team sitting,
One
just
team will
chilling?
get a bye,
It's,
and then-
yeah, instead of 2 teams getting a bye each
Only
conference,
one?
only one does.
I still think you need a bye week at the end of the season. though.
We'll talk about it.
We'll
about
talk about it. You're listening. Tell me why. We got special guest with us, Dev Wilkins. We'll be back right after this here on Cougar Radio.
it. You're going by quick today.
We still got 2 blocks though.
Yeah. I mean, by the time we're done with this, like, there's a bunch of reasons and stuff, and then obviously you got the yeah.
I still can't believe we were in like a middle of an ad
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't hear it. Like, I didn't hear it or anything.
Well, because I have iTunes on.
Oh, that's
you want me to leave iTunes on? Because then it'll just cut us off. See, at least then we were
I hope
able
the
to.
computer doesn't, like jam up again.
Well, it didn't jam up that time. I just looked over and was like, oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys are talking more. You got to give us more of your opinion. That's our whole show is pretty much opinion based.
Yeah, we have no facts.
Like we take the basic facts that we know and we argue about it. That's what we do.
We also want you to talk. Do you feel like you're talking? I don't want you to feel like you're talking enough.
I got you.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
We got a minute.
Hello.
I haven't peaked yet, so that means you can put it on Spotify.
Okay. Last time I didn't think you recorded it.
No, I record it every week.
Last week I don't think you did though.
No, I did. I just probably didn't stop it. No, last week I recorded.
Well, I went on the SD card and it wasn't there.
Oh, is there an SD card in there?
Yeah. Otherwise I wouldn't record.
I have it on recording. It's recording, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't say.
Maybe that's why.
10 seconds. Mike, you bring us in?
Sure thing.
Three, two, one.
We are back. This is Block 5. This is Tell Me Why. Mike Kunzak alongside Kenny Grady, special guest Dev Wilkins. We were talking about the NFL expanding the playoffs. They're planning on doing this. And we were talking about the health of the players, how it might be a bad idea. Kenny, you want to keep going on with that?
Oh, like I said, right before break started, I still think if you're going to add an extra playoff teams, 2 extra teams, an extra game, you have to throw an extra bye week in there.
Or you can shorten the preseason.
That's what they're doing. I was going to mention that. It's in one of the things. They're actually going to make the preseason only 3 weeks instead of 5.
I agree with that as well. But at the same time, the preseason I don't think that's more for those who don't play to show out.
It's more
And-
the roster bubble guys.
And now,
fighting for a spot.
Yeah. And
now
then really
if you're
can
one
see-
of those guys, how do you think that's going to make you feel?
It's the NFL. It's the top level of football. You have 3 weeks to essentially show everything that you have.
But before that, you had 5.
Like, say you don't do much in
So
the
like
last 2 weeks.
let's say
so
like you're like on the verge of getting cut. Your preseason is all you have to show out. You have a better chance of showing more potential throughout 5 weeks than you do 3.
It's valid.
That's why the XFL's here now. Let's say you do get cut, you got somewhere to win.
For less money though.
Better than not having an option. Having to go work at Walmart. The Eagles call you when all our players get hurt.
Yo, Walmart, you can make bank over there. I used to work there.
You got paid well?
Yo, the push parts like $12.
It's not bad. Not too shabby. Not shabby.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so let me tell y'all if this like went into this year, like say this was implemented already. The 2 teams that would have made the playoffs would have been the Rams for the NFC and the Steelers for the AFC. What? Like what?
Okay, well, for starters, Steelers are garbage. The Rams really folded this year. After the year they had last year, making the Super Bowl, they really did not do anything surprising this year. I don't even know. This year's playoffs was just wacky. It was all sorts of wacky. First of all, the Patriots weren't in the Super Bowl.
That's how you know it was.
Titans made it to a championship game. The Ravens got beat out
First round.
and they were projected to win it all.
Yeah. They're not the only team who's done that.
Like who?
Cowboys.
When?
2016 when Dak and Zeke started.
Oh my God!
What,
They
they-
were not projected to win anything.
Dude, they were a first round bye.
No, they
They're
weren't.
trash.
They didn't play in the wild card game.
No, 2016 they had a first round bye at home, right? Am I wrong? And they played the Packers. And then remember the Packers
they
that
beat the Packers.
the Packers beat the Giants, remember in the wild card, and then they went to
Oh
Cowboys
yeah,
and they beat them.
that was
Yeah,
the year.
I'm just saying they were a first round bye. They were like projected to be the best team, and they just folded.
I don't know why you thought they were going. Yeah, I don't know why
I
you
never
thought.
said I thought they were
That
going.
this is coming from a Cowboy. This is coming from a Cowboy.
And the following year, the Eagles Super Bowl.
Boy,
So you
you're-
gotta really get it done.
Boy, your
Oh.
franchise quarterback is not even on your team anymore.
Who's a franchise quarterback?
Nick Foles.
No, he was
He's
a
not a
backup
franchise
who stepped
quarterback.
in and won them a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
And then he went to
You're
Jacksonville.
mad that their backup won them a Super Bowl and Dak can't do anything for you guys.
Dak can't do anything.
Anything.
All right, Daniel Jones is just fantastic.
Is a rookie.
Okay.
Is a rookie.
I'm pretty sure Dak is rookie
Is
year
a-
balled off.
Rookie.
I'm pretty sure Dak won like Offensive Player of the Year his rookie
Okay,
year.
Dak didn't also go to Duke. I didn't expect Daniel Jones to
He
even
went to
sit
Mississippi State.
Duke.
Not even a football school.
And Duke's a basketball school. We were just talking about
All right,
this.
but I'm just saying, like, either way, he was a fourth round pick. He wasn't even supposed to
Mike.
be.
Any argument you make after saying Nick Foles is a franchise quarterback is irrelevant.
He is. He's a franchise quarterback.
You know, he got beat out by Gardner Minshew, right?
Okay.
Nick Yeager beat him out.
Okay. Nick Yeager, is that you said?
Shout out to Nick.
I'm just saying, like, it's a system. And that's the only reason why the Eagles won the Super Bowl, because it's a system.
Because it's the system.
Yeah. It's a system.
If, so
Of course,
in
he
the
wouldn't have
system.
won that Super Bowl.
So wait, come on.
He wouldn't have.
So Nick Foles is better than Dak Prescott.
Huh?
So Nick Foles is better than Dak
I'm not saying he's better than Dak Prescott, but I'm saying that
No,
he fit that
he's a
system
franchise
better.
quarterback who won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
So how
So he's
come
better
if
than
Nick
Dak
Foles is so
Prescott?
good he went down to Jacksonville and absolutely stunk?
Because it's Jacksonville, because it's not a good system.
But the Cowboys is.
Not saying. Dude, did anyone bring up the Cowboys? You are, bro.
No.
Like,
You literally said
I
the
did-
Cowboys were projected to win the Super Bowl in
They were.
2016. False.
They-
In your little mind,
a
maybe.
first round bye team always projected to win the Super Bowl.
Say that again? False.
Our live stream can't hear you. All right, say it louder.
False.
False. Okay.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. Stop.
Yeah,
Since when
yeah.
you ever defend the Eagles? Because Dev Wilkins is
No,
here.
no. Because you said Nick Foles was a franchise quarterback.
All right, he maybe okay, fine. Maybe he's not a franchise quarterback, but he's better for the Eagles than Wentz is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Long
not.
term,
Yes,
no.
he is.
Long term. No.
Long term, Wentz can't stay healthy. Long term. You want to talk about long term?
Nick Foles can't do anything.
And jumped on his back and drove his head.
Dude,
Sorry.
no. First of all, if Wentz didn't walk off the field, you guys wouldn't say anything about the hit. So you guys are biased. First of all, and second of all,
It was an illegal hit.
It was an
If
illegal
Young
hit.
hit any other quarterback like that, I would be saying the same thing as illegal.
I call bull. Second, the only reason why the Eagles made the playoffs the year after you guys won the Super Bowl is also because of Foles, not because of Wentz. Wentz got hurt. Remember, he sat on the bench again while Foles did the work and made the miracle run, not Wentz. That's what I'm arguing.
Oh.
What, the year that I'm talking about Foles winning the second year? No, you did. We swept you guys that year.
I want you to make the playoffs.
Yes, they did. The Cowboys won the division that year. I'm
I
talking
thought
about
you
last
just said-
year. Yeah, I'm right. You see, you're
Oh
both,
no,
you're
I
both wrong.
thought you said that the Eagles won the next year.
No, I'm saying the Cowboys won the division, but the Eagles made the wild card spot thanks to Nick Foles. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs.
They went 7-1 at home, but they went 3-5 on the road. Typical Cowboys.
Yeah.
Can't win on the road.
Okay, at least I can admit stuff. Giant Eagle
You
fans,
still
you
have
guys
the
can't
VHS
admit
tape, like
anything.
you guys
Dude.
Super Bowl?
Huh?
You have the VHS tape, so you guys.
He wasn't
bad,
alive.
My-
He wasn't alive for it.
Boy, you didn't even care about
He was
football.
in his mother's womb.
He was a small
Sleeping
guy.
like a-
No, he might have been a
nice-
tackle.
He might have.
I listened to it.
How'd you listen to it?
I don't know, just heard it in the
You
womb.
weren't even generated yet.
I don't even care, bro.
You were not a thought of.
I don't even
In
care.
anyone's
I'm
head.
still a more diehard fan than both of y'all
No,
anyway.
you know.
Imagine being a diehard fan for a
Hold on,
team
what
that
is-
you never
I was
seen
like, what
win.
does my background say? What does my background say?
Oh, is this what we're doing?
It's 2:40.
I guess, yeah, we'll talk about this.
Boom!
Cool, you got a tattoo of the worst franchises ever. Congratulations.
And I also have some of the worst franchises ever.
All right, they're not.
At least
That's
it's
you.
Super
No,
Bowl.
that's
Four
you.
Super
That's you.
Bowls.
That's the Eagles. I'm sorry. That was
We
offensive.
have 4 Super Bowls.
That was offensive. Yeah, that was offensive to the Giants. I'm
You guys
sorry.
have
The Eagles-
5.
Yeah, I know. I just apologize to you.
What?
I'm saying that the Eagles are an awful franchise. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will back that. Yeah, the Eagles are terrible.
Thank you.
Their fans are even worse.
It took you guys. You want to talk about the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl? The guys finally took you 2 years ago to win a Super Bowl in your whole franchise. So, I mean, like, yeah, you can say I wasn't alive for it, but like, franchise hasn't done jack until 2 years ago.
All right,
Thanks,
we're
Nick.
coming up on
Thanks,
break
Nick
here,
Foles.
guys. Moral of the story is, if you're not a Giants fan, you're a scum of
If
a
you are a
man.
Giants fan, you're.
We got about 5 seconds. When we come back, Coach Special Guest Dev Wilkins will bring us in right here on Cougar Radio. You're listening to Tell Me Why.
Entertainment.
Sanitary style.
Boy, if you don't. Trashing the Eagles the whole time, every week, and then he comes on the show and and you're like, you Cowboy shit. I hate you.
Because they both suck.
Well, yes, but my man talking trash on the Eagles more than me half the time, and then you got on the show and
No,
it's on your
because
back.
you said Nick Foles is a franchise quarterback.
Jacksonville thought he was a franchise quarterback. That's why they gave him that deal.
No.
Listen, he's done more than Wentz ever has. He's done more than Dak has ever had either.
Jacksonville should have kept Blake Bortles.
No,
Absolutely
absolutely
not.
not.
I think they've just made some mistakes when it comes to quarterbacks the past couple of years. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Either one of those guys.
All right, you bringing in the block?
Sounds like a plan.
Yo, this is
You know,
Tommy
you know
Live, Dev Wilkins.
I'm special guest Devin Wilkins.
Run this
Tell me
show.
why. Cowboys are whack.
Wait, you say that? I'm
I
getting
we
in.
might have to bring it in.
Go bring it in, see what happens. You ain't even get a chance to bring it up.
Oh, this is gonna kill you.
No, I don't do
Dude, we got a bunch of comments.
Do I?
We got about a minute.
Is it one of them you? I see Kenneth Grady.
Might be my dad.
Your dad. That's great.
I'm airing on YouTube, not Facebook.
That's great. Yeah.
We got about 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? This is Tell Me Why. I am special guest Dev Wilkins. I'm here with Kenny Grady and Mike the Diet Kunzak.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
That was good. That was
That's
pretty
pretty
good. High five. That's pretty good.
That was good.
That was good.
Now, you were just talking about the NFL turning to us. Just
I heated debate.
yeah, moral of it: the Cowboys and Eagles are both trash.
They haven't had a winning season in
I'm
5
tired of
years.
talking. The NFL's over. So, if you guys did not know, my man Furry,
Furry.
whatever you want to call
The
him,
Gypsy King.
Tell me about it.
he beat weak-legged.
Deontay Wilder, yeah.
Weak-legged.
Tyson Fury improved to 30-0-1 with 21 knockouts with his win this weekend over Deontay Wilder.
Technically undefeated.
Technically undefeated. Only
In my own
to
opinion.
Deontay Wilder. He dropped him in the 3rd and the 5th, ultimately stopping the fight in the 7th round. Tyson Fury has now won every major boxing title, including the English, British, Commonwealth, Irish, European, WBO, WBA, IBF, IBO, WBC, Lineal, and Ring Magazine heavyweight championships, meaning he'll probably go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time, despite the fact that he lost 3 years due to inactivity from 2015 to 2018. He was 300 pounds. Was addicted to drugs and depression. Wilder is 42, 1-1 with 40 knockouts. His loss and draw is to Tyson Fury. Held a share of the WBC heavyweight title from 2013 to 15. Won it outright. Held it until 2020, and he just lost it. Fury controlled the fight like he said he would. He walked him forward. Said he was just gonna beat him up, knock him out in 2 rounds. It took him 7, but props to Tyson Fury, man. He did everything he said he was gonna do.
No,
What do you guys
Like
think?
a McGregor.
you brought in the show, and now you're just taking over.
you just threw every stat out there, man.
It's great.
Good for you.
It's great.
Just less work for us.
Now, I'm not going to lie, as I do every show. Shout out FanDuel. I put money on Wilder.
Oh man, if you would have known about the costume, would you have put money on him?
No, you know what, man?
That
It
was
looked
stupid.
like a pretty heavy costume.
It did look.
I
good.
actually, after watching the weigh-ins and whatnot, I started leaning towards like, damn, I should probably put money on Fury. But I already had money on Wilder.
Somebody skipped leg day.
That's what. Here's my thing. If you were doing legs the way you should be doing legs, 40 pounds on your back should just be like a book bag. Like you're going to class.
Weighted vest.
Exactly.
The dude has just been making an absurd types of excuses.
You guys heard his
for
other
this loss.
excuses that he's had?
No.
No, please tell us.
So now he also is blaming referee Kenny Bayless, saying that the ref allowed Tyson Fury to punch him repeatedly in the back of his head, even though Bayless deducted a point from Fury in the 4th round for a shot to the back of the head. Next, he claims that Anthony Durrell, who was sitting behind his corner apparently, Durrell trains at Kronk Gym with Emmanuel Stewart, who trained Tyson Fury for this fight. Wilder claims that Darrell was a spy in Font Gym, told his trainer Mark
Spy.
Briggs to throw in the towel. So the man is clearly grasping at straws.
He's got more stats than we've had in 5 weeks.
Here's my thing, and I understand he's never lost before.
No,
Just the draw.
Just the draw.
At the same time, though, you box non-professionally in your life, and you probably have lost. Did no one teach you how to lose?
Well,
Oh,
actually, one thing that I think, because he doesn't have an really a deep amateur record, he started boxing in 2008 for his daughter. So a lot of the things, like technique-wise and even mentally, that get ingrained in the boxers from a young age, he never had that. So footwork, fundamentals, even just knowing how to take a loss.
So he just knew how to fight.
He's a street fighter.
He just knew how to hit somebody with the right hand.
Yeah, he's definitely a street fighter.
Yeah, he's
Right?
more- he's
Am I
a
wrong?
puncher. He's a puncher. I would
Yeah.
say he's a puncher more than a boxer.
Like, I feel like he's had many fights where it was kind of even, and then he just got lucky with his knockout because he's nice with the right hand.
Most of his fights, if you look at the time of the stoppage, he's behind on the cards. In the Ortiz fight, he was down 86, 84 when he knocked him out. Brazil was 1 round, so that doesn't count. But the second Stavern fight, he was down on the cards. Even in the first one, he was down on the cards. Wilder usually just gets picked apart until he finds that one shot that he needs to land to drop him.
One way to do it.
Hey,
Yeah,
however
you
you
get
gotta get it done.
Yeah,
But when
get
you
done.
lose, you just gotta take that L. Well, and like it's terrible because he spoke the most before the fight. And
Talking
he's
about killing
usually the
somebody.
one. Yeah. He's usually the one talking the most. But when you're undefeated, I guess you can. But when you lose, you gotta sit back and just be humble.
Yeah, I lost.
He's like, all right, let me try this excuse, see if anyone gets my side. Oh, I was 40 pounds. I walked 10 feet and made my legs tired.
It makes you look stupid.
Okay,
You're
no
trying to get
one
sympathy
backed
from
you on
people.
that.
I know.
So now you're gonna make another excuse, saying
Playing the ref.
the ref. But okay, that doesn't work because we all know that's false. We can watch the fight. We
Yeah.
can literally. There's so many different cameras on different angles. You can't wink without anybody seeing. You can't sneeze. You can't cough. You can't look away without the cameras getting on camera. Right? So that
No.
doesn't work. So now you have they got a spy, a Russian spy. He was spying on me. What is it? It's Spy Kids.
It's
What is
Spy
this?
Gate. You know what's wild to me is how freaky Fury is. Because I know before the fight he was dancing to some song, right? All the confidence in the world about to fight a guy that's undefeated. And
Well,
he just-
you know why he has those confidence? Because if you ask me in my opinion, if you ask me in my opinion, he won the first fight too.
And I know you agree, right?
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, I think personally there's no need for a third fight. Fury won the first one, and the way he dominated this one, I think there's no need for a third fight. But
They're going to
because
do it
Wilder
pay-per-view first.
Wilder was the champion. There was a rematch clause that he agreed upon before the fight, and he will be enacting it. So the third fight, unfortunately, will be sometime in the summer, which will set back what is could have been a great end of the year for heavyweight boxing. So a
Well,
little disappointing.
it could still be another one if Fury wins again. And if you ask me, if he wins again, he's 3-0.
I think Fury's going to win
Against
the
Wilder.
third fight probably faster than he did this one. He's probably going to knock him out.
With the confidence off this past fight, I think as he should. I think he should take. Now you always got to look out for that right hand, as you guys mentioned. I think he just needs to go in off rip and just attack this man like there's no tomorrow.
Make him scared for the sport.
But there, you got to understand though, Wilder will be training a lot harder than he probably has been ever in his career.
Unless some excuses.
This is true. Well, Fury said after the first fight, when he somehow got up from getting knocked down in the 12th, that when he started taking it to Wilder for the last 30 seconds, he realized his footwork was just horrible and he could not fight going backwards. And if you watched the fight last Saturday, if you watched from like the 5th round on, Wilder didn't throw a punch. So I think Fury got
We're coming down on 30 seconds here. We want to thank you guys for listening. Shout out to all the sponsors that we don't have, but we're trying to create. Coach Wilkins, we want to thank you for being on
Thanks,
the show.
No, thank you guys.
Definitely
Yeah,
might
yeah.
have you back towards the second half of
And
our
Valor,
semester.
hopefully.
And shout out Coach
We
Vallo,
gotta get
shout out
Vallo
Coach
on
Wall,
here.
shout out Ryan
There's
Hollis,
10
shout out Nick
seconds.
Yeager.
There's 10 seconds, Coach, if you want to bring us out.
Oh, this was Tell Me Why. I am Dev Wilkins. This is Kenny Grady and Mike Kunzak
Let's
signing off.
go. Good job, man.
Let's go.
Good job. Probably our best show to date, to be honest. You just had nice stats. Thanks for watching, y'all. That's what notes do. It's a fucking Valos wrote. That's what notes do. What a douche. Yeah, your dad put a bunch of laughing faces. That's funny. Giants. Boys got robbed by crooked refs that year. Oh, he's a Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Where were we?
What?
Your mom said play nice, boys.
Yeah, when you brought up the fights and shit.
Jaeger goes, not the fight. My dad said get lost with more bye weeks.
You're not a fan of the bye weeks?
Nope, definitely not.